So the proverbial question, should you buy a new truck or a used truck? What's the best thing to do? Hi, my name's Wayne Voss, Profits Unlimited. Been a business coach since 1990. And we get that question a lot. And the reality of it is, it's not wrong or right. It's what works best for you. Where are you at from a cash flow standpoint, a profitability standpoint? What do you need to do tax-wise? That can have some bearing on that as well. So I want to address that from a couple different angles today in this video. And number one, let me say this. I personally like to buy newer vehicles just with our company because there's a lot of advantages tax-wise that we utilize with the newer vehicles. But that doesn't mean that's the right thing for everybody. So I don't want you to hear me saying, oh yeah, go out and buy a $50,000 truck or a $70,000 truck or whatever the value of that new truck may be to get it set up for you and your operation. But what I do know is there's advantages and disadvantages to both. And I know even when I was a very small company, I would try to buy a new or fairly new vehicle because when I was a one truck operation and a two truck operation, I needed my truck. I had to have something that was going to be dependable. I needed to know that when I started the truck or tried to start the truck, it was going to start and it was going to run. I wasn't going to have to be pulling maintenance on it or paying for maintenance on it. I needed that truck. So when you look at the cost of the vehicle, the value is much broader than just the cost of the vehicle to you. In other words, what's that downtime cost you? If that's your only truck, yeah, a brand new truck can break down without a doubt. But the other side of that is the chances of that brand new truck or a newer truck breaking down is going to be less frequently than an older truck that you're constantly having a wrench on. You say, well, it's no big deal. I'll do it myself. Well, yeah, but do you want to spend a half a day or a day wrenching on something or longer and having to push back your scheduled work and not getting that work done, which means it's not getting billed, which from a mowing perspective means when you do mow it, it's going to be higher, take you longer, and it's less margin. So think about things like that when you're deciding, what you should do with a truck. Now, on the other hand, some guys are like, hey man, I do this on a part-time basis and I'm not pushed on time, so why do I want to invest $50,000 in a new truck? Well, maybe you don't. But what I would like to say about whichever route you go with trucks, whether it's new or used or really old or something in between, is are you running cost sheets to see what that truck actually costs you per hour to operate? Because I ran some quick numbers here before doing this video, and the difference on a cost per hour basis between a $50,000 truck that you're going to keep for 5 years or a $25,000 truck that you're going to keep for 5 years. I tried keeping them comparable in time. A 50K truck's going to run about $12.73 an hour for somebody that's going to bill about 2,000 hours of service on that truck. A $25,000 truck's going to be about $9.95 an hour. So you're looking at a difference of about $2.78 per hour between a really dependable truck and one that's not going to be quite as dependable. So now the question is, what's that value to you? Is it worth, let's just do quick numbers, 278, let's just call it an 8-hour day. Is it worth $22 more a day to have a truck that you're going to be able to hop in and go and get your jobs done? Or what's the risk versus reward of, hey, that truck may or may not run or may have more downtime with it. It's going to be more maintenance. That's where only you can make that decision. So I guess the real answer to this, should you buy new or should you buy used, is number one, do you need a tax write-off? Do you want the dependability of it? Can you afford to cash flow it based on the way you're pricing your jobs? Or do you have to go with a older truck? So if you got to go with an older truck based on how you're pricing your jobs, types of customers you're servicing, then go with the older truck, but know that the reality of what you're going to save may not be that much difference to have the reliability of a new truck that you're going to be able to hop in and just go and know it's going to be okay. Not to mention the tax advantages that it's going to bring along for you if you're in a position to cash flow the truck. So with that being said, hope this helps. Comment below, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.